Alright, how's it going? I haven't done a word of the week in a while, so we're gonna do a word of the week. I typically get these words when I have an interaction with somebody and they say they don't know something that I think they should know in the welding world that can be really important or not that important, but you really should know what it is anyway you look at it. This week's word of the week is gonna be polarity. And I asked a guy, it was TIG welding, and I said, what polarity do you TIG weld with? And he kind of looked at me, and I don't think he didn't know that you were supposed to TIG weld with direct current electrode negative. I think he didn't know what polarity was. So I kind of just explained what polarity was and where the term comes from, and I thought that would be a good word for the week. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not that big of a deal, 10 being a really big deal. If you don't know what polarity is, it's probably about an 8. And I'm talking about the word polarity. What are we talking about when we say what polarity is it? You know, that's what we're talking about here. Not necessarily what polarity each process should be on, which we'll go over as well, but what polarity is. So to kind of define what it is, with direct current right here, you can see it flows in one direction. Alright, so the electrons are flowing from negative to positive. That's the direction of flow of electrons when you're dealing with direct current. So it's only one direction. So what other polarity would there be that flows in multiple directions? Well, alternating current, right? If you're doing alternating current, it's going like this in a sine wave. With direct current, it's going in one direction. That's why it's called direct current, right? So two poles. There's two poles. It's really pretty simple, actually. It's negative and a positive pole. People tend to think of it like a battery on a car, right? There's a negative and a positive terminal, right? With welders, there's a negative pole and a positive pole on the welder somewhere, all right? They're going to dictate that with probably a negative sign or a positive sign. Typically with a battery, negative is going to be black, positive is going to be red, right? Don't always believe in that though, because anybody can go up and change a wire. It doesn't mean the color's going to be correct, right? So don't always say, oh, it's red, it's positive. You got to at least see a positive symbol or a negative symbol to know that that's the right pole. Okay, so these are the poles. So when you're asking for a polarity on a welder, they're asking which is hooked up to the, usually it's going to be the electrode, right? So we have a negative pole, a positive pole. Let's go back to the welding world of things here. So types of polarity I got written right here: direct current electrode positive, direct current electrode negative, and then AC is kind of the odd one, right? You have the sine wave. They're changing direction every 1/120th of a second. So AC is a little bit different. With direct current electrode positive, all right, you're going to be stick welding. And I'm talking about these processes. I'm talking about, you know, normal processes. I'm not talking about pulses and things where they're changing the way electricity works for the welding world. Just normal, you know, standard introductory welding stuff here, okay? So like stick welding, you're going to weld it with direct current electrode positive. MIG, you're going to weld it with direct current electrode positive. Flux core arc welding can be welded with both. Typically, if you're going to use a dual shield means you have a gas and you have the flux in the middle of the wire. That's going to be positive. All right, if you're using a self-shielding wire, that's going to be negative, okay? The only time I can think of direct current electrode positive for TIG welding would be to ball your tungsten up if you're going to weld aluminum. So, yeah, you know, it's not really used for TIG at all. So, just to ball your tungsten. Anyways, direct current electrode negative, it's going to be gas tungsten arc welding. You need to know that. So when I say, what polarity are you going to TIG weld with? You're going to say direct current electrode negative, and it should come out like that. So gas tungsten arc welding, I wrote flux core arc welding down there. That's, again, self-shielding. You have to take and switch the lines to the poles that are in the actual MIG machine. If you forget to turn those back and you start MIG welding and it's acting all weird, that's probably what it is. Somebody had a flux core wire in there that was a self-shielding wire, so you just switch them back. Alternating current really uses all the processes, but it's to weld aluminum. So if you're welding aluminum with stick, it's going to go to AC. With, actually, I take that back, with MIG, you're going to still be on direct current electrode positive if you have like a push-pull gun or whatever. So yeah, you're still going to be on direct current electrode positive even if you're welding aluminum. But with stick and TIG, it's going to be aluminum, right? You just switch it over to AC. So hopefully that explains what polarity is. And when somebody asks you what polarity, they want to know, is it direct current electrode positive, direct current electrode negative, or possibly AC? Those are the polarities that you're looking at when you're looking at a welder. There's usually those three are on there, and there's a big dial. You just switch them to go to whatever polarity you want. So, like I said, hopefully that clears up what polarity is. If somebody's asking you for polarity, they want to know this right here. All right? Thanks for watching and subscribing to TV Weld. We're going to get out of here.